but I would like to play a couple songs in the backyard here once in a while for myself. And I like, this book. I like. Let me. So on the My Love Is in America and the metronome.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out the metronome, but I have the sheet. It's online. I mean, I have the music on this.
Yes.
And it has the one slow and then regular.
Yes.
So what is the slow? I mean, I sort of listen to it. I'm just, is the slow, what is I guess the regular is the speed it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, so slow is just slowing the whole speed of it down so that you could just keep along with it, you're not focused too much on like playing fast.
So you try it and the slow, but the song, where it's written, should be at the fast speed, the regular speed, correct?
Exactly, yeah, but I tell all my students never to worry about achieving that fast speed because it's really, you just want to get to learn the notes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, the fast speed just comes. I mean, the more you're working just on the rhythm itself, not the speed of how fast the rhythm is, then the speed will just come on its own the more songs you play.
Okay. And on that sort of note, sure. So I don't think I'll ever get to be able to really read music other than the tabs. But how do I do that? I mean, I'm trying to figure out my goals here. What am I?
Well, yeah, I don't expect you to read the notes per se, but I do want you to understand the rhythm, the values of the notes.
Okay.
Not like the pitches of what the notes are.
But the values, whether it's a quarter note, a half note, an eighth note.
Exactly.
And then that's where the metronome sort of helps. But absent a metronome, do you bang on your feet or do you listen?
The idea is the metronome is, playing with that like 50-50, sometimes with the metronome, sometimes without it. So that you develop, I think we talked last week, like you have a good internal metronome. It's just, understanding the external part of it. Like if you want to play a certain song at a certain rhythm, it's like that you understand it and you can perform it. I know you're just playing for yourself, but I also want it to be like, stay true to yourself and for it to
that's true. You got it. There you go. Yeah. So on this one, like say, I don't know this song, so I don't know any of the beat. I don't know any of it. Whereas some of the other ones I know it. Like.
Exactly. And it's kind of like, right, I'm kind of taking you back to more of like a foundational thing.
Okay.
And then eventually we bring back some of the other stuff and apply these foundational things to the other stuff you already.
It's just that eventually it can't be 2 years down the line.
No, exactly. It won't be.
Okay, I'm good.
Y'all tuned up or what?
I think I am. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. All right. Let's talk about what we did last time. I think, understanding the rhythms is going to be good. Let me see if I can find something here so we can understand this a little bit more. Let's go to page 14. Let's kind of review that again. All right, so like the circle, if you look at the bottom of the page where it has the circle without the stand, or the circle without the stem on it.
Yeah.
That's your whole note, right?
Note.
Right, so that's for 4 beats.
When you say 4 beats.
Yeah, so four clicks.
4 clicks.
Yeah, whether it's fast clicks or like really slow clicks. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. But each song, you don't have that the song has a click that's right.
Exactly. Right. Like, you know, for like Danny Boy, I mean, there's probably a common speed. Maybe it's Danny Boy. Maybe it's 105 beats per minute for Danny Boy, right? But maybe we don't practice it that fast at first, you know.
Okay. Okay.
But we would still count, no. So one way to just warm up, I mean, this is totally up to you, but you know, if you're having trouble with counting, you know, it's just to kind of dial into each note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The
Right?
whole note?
Exactly. So that's the whole note because it lasts a whole measure. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But the 1, 2, 3, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm setting that rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I know? How do I know that I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4?
So like with the metronome, is that what you're asking?
Well, without the metronome, or the
Oh,
metronome,
without the metronome.
the metronome will go click, then the 4 click. It'll do the counting for you.
Exactly. So the idea without the metronome is to predict how fast the beat would go if there was a metronome there. It's almost like you pretend like there is a metronome.
But on that, since I have a metronome and I have a new battery in my metronome, my old battery's running out. But the beat to the metronome, each song has a certain 100 or 120 or 80 proper to the song.
Right.
And that's in the music, or that's in how do you know how many it's 80 or 40 or 120?
That's a good question. So some songs will tell you. Some songs will actually say, okay, this song is 80 beats per minute.
Oh, I see.
Some songs, it'll be vague. It'll say very fast. It's like, okay, well, how fast is very fast? So, you know, a lot of times you can go to like YouTube or go to one of your music things and listen to a song and be like, okay, it's going about that fast. And then you can try to like match with the metronome, you know, or just match playing it right off the bat. You can just try to predict how fast it's going to be. You know what I mean?
On this, my love is in America. Does it tell you here how many beats per minute?
Yeah, I don't think it does, right?
Right.
So it's like, huh.
There's a wise man in Chicago that knows the answer to this question.
Yeah. Hey, I got the answer. I got the answer right here. So let's see. My love is in America. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if I remember how to do that. Oh, here it is, share screen. Okay, I'm going to play this and let me know, shake your head no if you can't hear this right now. So it's going like, that's pretty fast. That's how their click would be.
Now, that's for all of the notes or just some of them?
Well, it's for most of the notes.
Oh, I see.
There's kind of a caveat to this a little bit here. So I have a tap function on my metronome where I can like just tap it out like it's like a drum.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I was trying to follow that beat that I just listened to.
I'm losing your voice.
Right. So I tapped this out to predict how fast the speed was of that song. And now my metronome tells me that it was like 148 or something. Which is, man, that's fast.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, there's a caveat to that. Is that when these people are performing live without a rhythm section, like
and the rhythm comes from the drummer, right?
Yeah, typically, but like in that song, there was no rhythm section. So a lot of the rhythm is subjective.
Oh, I see.
And speaking of Irish music, you know, if there was a bunch of these Irish guys hanging out in the bar, I mean, they didn't have a rhythm section. You know, there's like a banjo player, acoustic guitar, maybe a fiddle player. I mean, they're probably tapping their feet to make things move,
Yeah,
right?
but they all have different feet.
Well, yeah,
Whose foot?
yes,
Whose foot is the lead?
I know, right? It's like, huh? I'm sure they would assign one, or I mean, they just
Yeah.
with all their precision of practicing on their own with their own metronomes, day in and day out, they have
Oh, there. Yeah,
the strictness of the rhythm of the beat.
I got you.
Yeah.
So
So
one,
yeah,
140 is fast.
exactly right. But I would never
Works
ask.
now. I got a new battery in the metronome.
Yeah, nice. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would never ask you to play that fast because that's just like that's
Yeah,
out of control, you know.
But you said something like 40 to practice with.
Yeah, it's really whatever's easy for you, you know. And like I said, give yourself a break, you know. I know you want to just do this for fun, but I also want to give you the rhythmic part of it, of course.
That's 40. Now that would be for this song, My Love is America.
It could be, I mean, it could be for any song for right now. You know, we can assign a lot of the same speeds to any of these songs for now and slowly increase them over time.
So so that's the 4 4 4 5.
Right.
Something like, I don't know.
Well, you want to try to land each note exactly on a click. You want to try to predict the click.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you had it right there. That was it.
All right. So that's what you want to do.
Exactly. You
But
want
I'm not. But that's not the right speed.
of the actual song? No, it's not, but it's the right speed for us.
Okay.
Yeah, and in all actuality, there could be a lot of other My Loves in Americas, and they're all different speeds.
I got it.
They might not be that slow, but you know, I mean, we're not going out to Carnegie Hall to perform this.
No.
Unless you know, you got
You could, but not with me. I'll be in the audience.
well, I might call you on stage.
I might be a stagehand.
Yeah, you got to be prepared in case I call you on stage.
Right, like the sous chef.
Yeah, there you go. I need an E string pronto.
Okay, I should turn this off now.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's like
I get it now.
and then
So,
yeah,
so
go ahead.
that's how you use the metronome. Just set it every time it's a click. Okay.
Right, and maybe that first quarter note. If
Now that four is a quarter note. The second four, what is it? That's a.
those are eighth notes.
That's like a quarter.
So if 2/8 equal a quarter.
Yeah, but that's a sound. The note is a sound. So a quarter is the length of the sound, right? I mean,
Exactly. Precisely.
So that four, that's when you hit it. That makes one sound. But then when you hit it again is the next quarter. I mean, let me answer this question. So a quarter note and an eighth note. So it's the same. The 5 is the second 4 is on an eighth note. So you have 2 4s there, right? One is a quarter note, one's an eighth note.
Yep.
Let me hear how they sound on your thing. Or no, and not your on your banjo. How's it sound?
Oh, without rhythm?
Yeah, you know how.
Right. So it'd be like quarter, eighth.
Oh.
I did the first 3 notes, right? Yeah.
But the metronome, it goes note to note, and some are quarters, some are eighths. How's it? That's what I'm confused about. How's it know which is an eighth and which is a quarter?
Well, we designate whatever we want it to be. So if we want the click to be eighth notes, then
how do you play? And let me ask you this, because I want to learn this.
Yeah.
if the clicks are set up for eighth notes, but you have to play a quarter note, the math doesn't work out.
So if the metronome's set for eighth notes and you want to play a quarter note, you would actually you would hold the quarter note out for 2 clicks.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like double the time, right?
All right. But typically, do you set the metronome for the slowest note? The slowest.
I like to do the fastest note because then, yeah, because the fastest notes are harder to play and you need to be a little more precise with them.
Okay. So the fastest note in this first line is the quarter note.
Yes. No, the eighth note. All the eighth notes are the faster notes.
Oh, the quarter notes. Quarter
notes are slower or less. They're longer, I guess is the best way to put it.
An eighth is smaller than a quarter, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So the eighths are shorter.
Shorter.
Yeah.
So the quarter note is actually longer note.
Exactly. Yes.
So when you set the metronome, you set it for the eighth of the because the shorter note you play twice. You set it for the shortest note.
Exactly. Yeah, because those are harder to play. They're faster.
Okay.
They come up quicker, right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll let. We'll move on. I'm good now, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's cool though. Hey, trust me, man. When I went to music school, I took like semesters to understand some of this stuff. So, I mean, it could, in other words, it could take repetition of us talking about it, and then.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind either, man. I mean,
it's Ronald Reagan when he's in this. I'm paying for this microphone. I can say whatever I want.
Exactly. Right? Just no Star Wars, right? No Star Wars.
Okay. But one of my goals be to learn this song. I like the song because I can hear it. Is that one of my goals? To learn how to get. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any lyrics, right?
No, it doesn't.
Just music.
Well,
just music.
Honestly, the overall goal is for you to play songs that you like, and that's Danny Boy. We all need more kindness in the world.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, those songs, yes, and I'm not ignoring those songs. It just, I mean, you know,
we'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there. Yeah, you can't get to the dance and they take 3 streets to get there.
Right. I mean, in all honesty, when I first started teaching like 20 years ago, it was like, yeah, let's just give the student exactly what he wants right away. And it was like a train wreck for all my students, you know?
Oh, okay. Now it's good. Now I'm on board that. I don't want to be on the train wreck. I want to be on
But I mean, you would see what would happen. It was like, okay, let's learn Danny Boy right now. Let's learn it up to speed.
And then the guy, geez,
yeah,
I didn't need that. Yeah, well, I didn't learn anything. I'm still hucking away at Danny Boy.
Yeah, we would still have to go backwards anyways to get forwards again.
Okay, I'm on board. So I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. So it's like we have to start backwards right away.
I use my first half hour talking. I played 2 notes.
But that's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
You know,
I was all worried. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get nervous. Okay, I'm good.
Hey, you know what? I had a new student yesterday. She's 78 also.
Wow.
Yeah, she lives down a few towns away from here, and she came in person, and she's super excited. She's got some challenges in her life, and she's like, let's do it.
She's learning the piano, I bet.
No, I don't teach piano.
What is it? Guitar.
Guitar, yeah. She's learning acoustic guitar.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. Yeah, guitar. Guitars. Yeah. Everybody learns guitar.
Exactly. Just not you. But that's okay. Hey, guitar is a lot harder. I tell you what, man. This is a little easier than guitar, so that's good.
Yeah, but the guitar is usually made for accompaniment, right? Unless you're doing classical.
I mean, if you're doing like leads and stuff, if we're doing like Eagles and Joe Walsh and stuff, yeah,
But, yeah, but the 3 guitar though, Look at all these guys. He's got 3 chords, the 3 chord, you know, the rock and roll, 4 chords.
Oh yeah, like CCR, right?
Yeah, for the Beatles songs, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
B minor, C, F.
You can make it as hard or as easy as you want it to,
Yeah.
realistically.
Okay, I'm good.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't want you to turn out bald like me. So, you know,
Oh, I am.
you got more hair than I do, so I'm jealous.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't we try some of these scales?
Okay.
Let's hear one of the, let's hear the D scale.
Oh, no, see, I make a mistake with the finger.
Good. Good.
Now, should I go faster?
No, just keep it the speed. Don't worry about it. Never. I don't want us ever to worry about speed. Safe driving, right? Safe driving.
Keep going.
No, that's good. So here's the thing. And you know my new approach, right? My new world approach here is that you play that like flawlessly, man. Like we're having all this talk about rhythm, and I know it makes you nervous and kind of maybe frustrating a little. And then you like play a scale and you're doing like down and up, like without thinking about it. That's awesome. And then you got the fingerings down. So it's like
I'm learning the fingering because before I learned whatever I learned, it was on the other fingering style.
sure.
This was on the 5, and this was on the 4. Now we got this fingering. This is the more common. I don't know. There's different ones, right?
Yeah, and the idea we do this is because if you're going, because eventually you might have to reach up with your pinky.
Yeah.
So I mean that's huge. It's like sometimes we have to have all these fingers going down.
Even on Danny Boy, you use the pinky. Oh, okay.
Right, like there's some scales where like an A scale. Oops, I skipped a note. But you actually have to use your pinky sometimes. Not with D scale.
Oh, well, I'm gonna do the G scale. Oh, yeah.
Nicely done. Yeah, let's hear the G scale one more time. Nicely done. So eventually I'm going to teach you, let's go to, let's see, what page is this? Let's go to page 30. I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so bottom of page 30.
Yes.
We got, you're basically putting more notes like to fill the whole thing out. So this is what I want you to work out for next time. And the fingering's easy. It's just 0, 2, 4, 5, 0, 2, 4, 5, 0, 2, 3, 5, 0, 2, 3.
Oh. So what am I doing? It starts
On the lowest, yep, on the G, on the very low string.
and you were doing that fast, so I should be able to do that.
No, it just go slow. Sorry, just go as slow as. Yeah. I mean, unless you, yeah, it's really whatever's comfortable. If you start making too many mistakes, you're going too fast. Yeah,
So
try to keep your thumb in one place on the neck.
where should it be?
Like right where you had it, but don't move it around when you're jumping to like your third finger.
Oh, where should it be? That good or here?
Yeah, that should be good.
This one.
Yeah, yeah. Like notice it when you're play your G scale again, you'll see your thumb like kind of move around.
Yeah, because should it be further? Should it be down further, up further?
No, right where you had it, it's just like when you reach for your third finger, you kind of move your thumb like slightly. Yeah, that's better.
But I'm
Exactly. Yeah, keep the thumb, not your palm.
the thumb.
Yeah, check out my screen,
Yeah.
like more like this.
Oh, here.
Like, yeah, you don't want it like this. You want it more like
Like you have it.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, you can have your thumb bent even right where it is. You can have it bent over the neck.
You gone?
And let me show you.
Now, what was different from this thing on page 30?
So look at the bottom. You're actually starting on the the lowest string, and working your way up to like the G scale that you know of.
What's the low string there? The G.
Yeah, the low fourth string, the G one.
That it?
Low, like
Lower, down, lower, another up.
yeah, we're talking this one. So this is our starting note.
This one? No. The G.
Yeah, yeah, no fingers, just open fourth string. Exactly.
Where? Is that the G? Is that the G scale?
That's the G. Well, yeah, that's the start of the G scale. That's actually the open G string.
Oh, I was had it wrong.
Well, no, you were playing one part of the G scale. Now I'm asking. We're gonna play like a double. It's like a double version of it.
So where's it start?
So it goes 0, 2, 4, 5 on this
Oh.
string, and then 0, 2, 5 on this next string.
Oh, it's all in the fourth string, 0, 2, 4, 5?
Yep.
Oh.
First finger, yep. Second finger, third. Exactly. Yes. And then the same thing on the next string. Open 2, 4, 5. Oh, I think you skipped a string actually.
That's a completely different scale. That's the G string or G scale? That's the G scale?
Yeah, that's also a G scale.
What was the G scale I was doing? I got that from somewhere.
Yeah, it's also in this book, but it's earlier on. This is the version you were doing was the single, they would call it the single octave version. Now this is the double octave.
Oh, so I'm learning something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we all are, huh?
I was thinking, did I know? I didn't know this. So this is a expanded. Okay. So now it goes.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
that's a whole different ballgame. That's called the G string or the G scale.
That's also a G scale. There's G scales you can play all around the place on any instrument. So,
and are there D scales the same way?
Yeah, so it's almost like this G scale expands out from the G scale you already know of. I guess that's a way of thinking about it.
And how about the D? Is there a more complicated D scale as well?
Well, there can be, but we're not gonna.
No, but this is what we're doing now.
Exactly, yeah.
So I want to learn this more and more.
Yeah, so I would practice this one over the other one because the other one's already embedded in this new one.
Yeah. Oh, where's that one? That one's so it starts out with open. And should I go up and down? Oh no, and that's wrong. I gotta go.
Yeah, you can do down up. What are you talking about?
I'm doing. Oh. Well, see, this is new. I don't know this one. Oh, that part. Oh, now I'm going backwards.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I should practice that, and then I got to get a speed up. Well, there's no speed on the scale, right? You just.
Well, there can be, but for now, yeah. I mean, if you want, you can try, like you were going. Let's see.
What should I do on this? That would be a good one to get me in with the metronome.
It would actually, yes. Anywhere from like 50 to 80 beats per minute. Like, each day you can try a different speed.
Higher or lower? You want to go higher, faster than slower, right? You don't want to start low and go. You don't want to start fast and go slow. You want to do the other way around, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So I should start at what? 50?
Yeah, try 50. Yep. Exactly.
So then you, okay. So, okay. Yeah, now you got two things working. But
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. All right, okay, I'll try that one. All right. So that's what I got to work on.
Exactly.
All right. And that'll get me into the metronome as well. Metronome will be my friend.
Exactly. We want it to be our friend, not our enemy.
Yeah, right. And now, okay. So we got about 8 more minutes.
Let's talk about the weather. No, I'm kidding. Let's talk about Danny Boy.
Okay.
I mean, okay, here's the thing, Frank. The ideal lesson would be us. Okay, we tune up, right? We go through some scales. We go through the little few of the songs of the beginner book, and then we get to Danny Boy. So every lesson, it kind of gets ironed out a little better. That whole scheme that I'm talking about. So we're kind of there right now. We're at a good lesson here of, yes, we did our fundamental stuff, and now we're off to the
every time we're going to do and now all I have for my Danny Boy, I have a couple of Danny Boys here, but I have the Danny Boy with my other lyrics.
Sure.
And I have the I don't know if you can see this, but I have the tabs.
Yep. Yeah, I got that too. I saved that from what you sent me.
Yeah, from the other lyrics.
So let's hear you play the first line. And that first note would be a pinky. Yeah, exactly.
No, and see, now I'm nervous.
That's all right. It's part.
Oh. I'm nervous.
Yeah, hey, that's part of it, man. If you're not nervous, then nothing would be wrong, right?
So how do I know? So that's a rough, but then I got to get the speed and I get the notes. I can do the notes if I can. Yeah.
Yeah, so right, if eventually we can use the metronome with this, but it's kind of like, you know, we talked about like metronome is like 50-50. So maybe if you're doing more scales and beginner's book with the metronome, then when you get to Danny Boy and these other songs, you're not using the metronome maybe. I mean, eventually we will, but if you're not using the metronome, it rubs off from earlier in your practice and your rhythm becomes tighter anyways with these other songs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the whole point of it. I mean, ideally, a lot of people cheat these days when they play live. They have the earpieces and they can hear the click in their ear if they're playing live with other people. You know what I mean? But I think with Irish banjo, it's a very traditional, old school kind of performance.
Yes.
Yeah, these guys aren't using anything to cheat. They're just using their internal rhythm. You know?
Yeah, it's like the singers they get their pitch modulated too or something.
Yeah, yes, especially with the hip hop music today. It's like that's all they do. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, so and I think so when you're reading this, I want you to do this again. And I don't want you to look at your banjo at all the whole playthrough.
Okay. Boy.
And if you make a mistake, just keep going, but just try not to look at your banjo no matter what. And don't forget, Frank, this is a happy place, so you can make as many mistakes as you want.
Okay, I don't get judged. I don't get marked.
Exactly.
You're grading me on a curve.
Hey, you are the curve, man.
I set the curve.
All right. Exactly.
Okay. I'm not going to look at my banjo. Right?
Yes.
I'm looking at that.
Exactly. And if you hear a wrong note, try to resist the urge to look at your banjo. Okay. See? It's tough, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. So just keep going.
It's tough. Yeah, yep.
Oh, I have to get one.
And try to play slower too. It's tough, right?
Oh shit.
Here, time out for 1 second. So the whole, like, I don't expect you to play perfectly from this, but the whole lesson in just doing this is to trust your fingers.
I got you.
Yeah.
So that's what I could keep, and without you watching all week, I'll be able to come back 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And so that's what I should be trying to do with Danny Boy.
Well, with any song, I mean, it's okay. Like maybe do a playthrough where you're just doing it how you would do it, and then try to challenge yourself the next playthrough without looking at your hands, you know. And then the following playthrough, then go ahead and look at your hands, you know.
Until you get to where you don't need the trainer wheels. So you don't need the trainer wheels in your bicycle.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, all these things I tell you to do, it's just, I don't expect you to do them all the time, nor do I want you to do them all the time, but just kind of bring them into play and then bring them out of play, like back and forth. You know, use a little metronome, forget the metronome. Because if I said, don't look at your hands forever, always use the metronome, I mean, eventually it would get too frustrating and too nerve-wracking, and I don't want it to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the goal. The goal would be to be able to sit down and just play at least a couple songs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got that. I have goals, so now it's getting, and you're the coach.
Exactly. And I won't be like Mike Ditka, I promise.
Right. You're a bunch of bums. Yeah, there's the old two, because I did coach soccer, but there's the old way. You guys are bums.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing well. Just keep going. You just keep going. Oh yeah, that's the new style. Positive reinforcement versus you're not a bunch of bums.
I know.
Rocking movie.
Exactly.
Bum from Philly.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to make you feel like this, Frank.
Right.
I want to make you feel like this.
Right. Even though it might be a little unrealistic, but the second part. Anyway, I got you. So now for my next. So what do I want to work on? So I want to work on this G string scale.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing. I want to try and play it, learn it, and then play it without looking. Same thing or no?
All this stuff. So using the metronome and playing without looking. That's kind of the end game. But again, like I said, just you 50-50 that stuff.
And do I use the metronome for Danny Boy?
Maybe not yet. Maybe more so because I want you to get to a point in your practice where you're going to have fun with the music you're playing.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like the reading of the book and doing the scales is kind of like the heavy homework. And then at the end is the rewarding time is just like have fun. You know, maybe you try Danny Boy once with the metronome. Maybe you try Danny Boy a few times without looking at your fingers.
Okay.
But then it's like, you know what? You know, I did all what Matt told me to do. Now I just want to frickin' play. Then just play. You know?
Yeah, I got you. Matt, this has been great. I'm really relaxed. I know what I'm doing. I was like, oh, very bad.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
Should I drop the course before I get a flunk?
Oh, man, you're doing good. You're doing fine,
okay.
man.
Now I have a sense. Now I have a sense.
Yeah, trust the process. You know, you may get nerves after 2 weeks again, and we come and we talk, and
okay,
all good. Yeah.
All right, have a good 2 weeks.
All right, you too, man. Good luck with everything. All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. Okay.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.